There's a quick word coming in from India Inc., who have stepped out in large numbers to vote.
2014 is a critical year because we have had 5 years of government, and we have achieved a number of things. We have a number of issues at the same time, and going forward, I think we need to really look at stability, development, progress, investor confidence, all these issues. At the same time, we need to look at education, infrastructure in this country, whether it is water, whether it is power, inclusiveness. There are a number of things that need to be addressed. So election 2014 is about pushing all this agenda forward.
But as a citizen of Mumbai, what do you think are the key issues really plaguing the city?
See, Mumbai's fundamental issue is infrastructure. I think Mumbai has a huge potential. It has got the potential to be a real financial hub from a global perspective. It has a lot of talent, a lot of entrepreneurs. So we just need to create the vibrancy that we have. We need to leverage that. That can be done only if we put in the necessary infrastructure and also the ecosystem that is required to be able to push forward. It's about realizing all the potential that we have.
We should get growth and respect back. Confidence in the country, investment should start flowing again.
We are looking for a stable government, and obviously, we are voting for a strong India.
Okay, and as far as, like you said, you're voting for a stable government, how hopeful are you that there will be a stable government this time around at least?
I think we are quite hopeful that it will be, and that they will look after the growth requirements of the country.
Okay, and do you think that our macros are quite in much better position than they were last year, and coming ahead, the new government, what kind of challenges do you think initially they will face?
They'll have a lot of challenges, there's no doubt about it, because there's the weight of expectations. And also, I think for the last 2 years, we've been seeing the downturn. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of expectations from them. I think that's the biggest challenge, to manage expectations.
Okay, but the first two challenges when it comes to growth, what would those be?
First, it's very difficult to prioritize which should be the first two. But I think the first message that needs to come across is that, people are trying to do things in order to bring about better control of inflation. Inflation, I think, is really eating into the strength, the core of the country. So you need somebody who will understand what are the linkages, why inflation is such a problem. So take charge of that. And secondly, ensure that there are better decision-making, faster decision-making. So I think these are the two major areas that I would say that the government needs to look at immediately.
And lastly, ma'am, your message to the Mumbai voters, please encourage them to go out and vote.
Sure, absolutely. Very important to vote, very necessary and very empowering. Please come and vote.
I've thought of social and economic development as the main factor. And I feel if we have a government that pays attention to social and economic development, India's future is great and the potential is very strong. We've had coalition governments for many years. I think it will continue to be a coalition government. But if it's a strong coalition government, I think they can do well. I think some of the perceptions have to be corrected. Some of the tax cases have made foreign investors stay away from India. They should be corrected. Economic reforms like goods and services tax should be brought in, and ease of doing business in India must be improved. It's always been quite poor in India. It's become poorer in the last couple of years. If we can improve the ease of doing business, then I think India's economy can do very well.
In fact, as always, Ambani was the first one to cast his vote in Cuff Parade. Vijay Ganeshan Iyer joins in with a quick update from Cuff Parade as well. Vijay, how was the mood like this morning?
Anil Ambani, as always, was the first corporate citizen to cast his vote here at the G.D. Somani School in Cuff Parade. But the distinction this time would be, Ambani family as a whole would not be casting its vote here at G.D. Somani. Mukesh Ambani, with moving his residence to Pedder Road at Antilia, would be casting his vote in Pedder Road. Corporate India always has a huge wish list, a lot of suggestions to any government. But the moot question is, would corporate India as a whole in South Mumbai come out in large numbers and this time perhaps buck the trend of low voter turnout, a dubious distinction that the financial capital has been carrying for a very long time now? One hopes that Mumbai citizens and corporate India particularly comes out in large numbers and vote so that perhaps their voice is heard in the 16th Lok Sabha to be formed very soon. Vijay Ganeshan, ET Now, Mumbai.